Hey everybody, welcome back to 2 Acres Evolving. Today I'm going to be planting up 3 different types of hydrangeas. Now these hydrangeas each have a different bloom type. One of them blooms on new wood, one of them blooms on old wood, and then one blooms on new and old wood. So I kind of wanted to take a minute to explain how each of these bloom and show you where I'm going to put these. So I'm going to go ahead and get them planted up, and then I will give you a closer look at each one and give you a little bit more details on each one of these hydrangeas. Alright, so I've got everything planted and I wanted to give you a closer up look at each one of them. This particular one is called a Bow Hydrangea. This is the one that will bloom on new wood. Now what that means is the blooms come out on the new growth from that season. So on this particular one, what I'll be doing is I'll be cutting it back about 1/3 of its height every year, and then the new growth that comes out will have blooms on them. This one also gets about 3 feet tall and about 4 feet wide. So this one will be on the shorter end, but it'll widen out. And also these start out as white blooms in the summer, and then in the fall they turn to a pinkish color. And the area that I put this in is in the same area as the Empress Hostas I did in a previous video. So now I'm gonna go show you the next one. Alright, so this next hydrangea is called Tough Stuff Red. This one, it'll get about 2 to 3 feet tall and wide, so it's perfect for over here on the side of my house. And it needs morning sun and afternoon shade, so I put it on the east side of my house, and I think it'll do really good here. Now this one is a type of hydrangea that grows on new and old wood. So what that means is it'll bloom on stems from the previous season and the current season. So this one you can cut it back. Just keep in mind, if you do cut it back, you'll be cutting the blooms off of the old stems and you'll only get blooms on the new stems, so you may not have as many blooms. But where I put this hydrangea, I can just let it grow and do its own thing, so I do not plan on cutting this one back at all. So now I'll show you the last one. Alright, so this last one is the smallest of the 3 as of right now, but eventually it'll be the biggest of the 3. This one is called a Blue Hydrangea. This type of hydrangea will bloom on old wood only. So what that means is it'll only bloom on stems from the previous season. So on this one, you do not want to cut this one back at all. At the end of the season or at the beginning of the next season, you'll just want to cut the blooms off, and that's it. If you were to trim this one down by 1/3 of its height, since it blooms on the previous season's stems, you'll be cutting blooms off. So this type of hydrangea you want to put somewhere where you can let it get big and do its own thing, because you do not want to trim it back at all, or you'll be going a season without blooms. Now this hydrangea gets pretty big. It gets up to 4 to 6 feet tall and wide, and this one prefers sun to part shade. And this area back here will be perfect for it because it does have a little bit of shade. It will get morning and early afternoon shade, and then it'll be protected by the late hot afternoons. So I think it'll do really good here. All right, so I have this project done and I can't wait to see how these hydrangeas do in the areas that I put them in, and I'll make sure to update you all on their progress as well. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you in the next one.